Welcome to Financials with Ahau. It's great to have you here again. Today we are going to talk about an area I enjoy thoroughly. We are going to be looking at investments through shares or the stock market. I'm excited to speak about this topic because it's an area I have been engaging in since my campus days when I was undertaking my undergraduate. And the interest came, one, because of the course I was doing. I was doing a course in finance, and also because of the people around me who are already looking out for areas they could invest with ease. And I want to debunk the first myth about shares and stock market. Many people try and link it to things like gambling, it's quick money, you don't really know what's going to happen. Please, these two are not the same. A share is a portion of a company which has been valued and whose cost is determined on what is happening in the market and the value of this company that is being traded on a common platform that is called a stock exchange. Currently, there are quite a number of global, regional, and local stock exchange options that we can choose to use as a vehicles whereby we purchase shares. In Kenya, we trade on the Nairobi Stock Exchange, which is also listed as a company that is traded on the same stock exchange. The other big stock markets in Africa are in Nigeria, the Nigeria Stock Exchange. The most active and most developed stock market in Africa is in Johannesburg, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. We also have the stock exchange in Egypt that is also making fairly key advancement and opening avenues for engagement. Globally, we all know of the New York Stock Exchange, the London Stock Exchange, the Nasdaq. These are platforms where shares are traded and people can engage to be able to purchase a share for them to become a shareholder, to become a dividend earner, to become a decision maker in that company. One of the key things that I always tell people, and this I have learned recently when it comes to making decisions around shares, if you don't understand what you're doing, work with a fund or a share manager, work with a trader who understands. The way to trade in the stock market is pretty simple. Like I will give the Kenyan process. One is you open a central depository account, the central depository organization in Kenya. Two, you open a share account with a listed stockbroker in Kenya. And three, you transact money through the stockbroker with whom you have opened an account, who then trades on your behalf based on given instructions on the stock market. Then a double record is kept by the central depository system and by the stock broker who is trading for you. This is key because in the recent past, there used to be a paper system where when you buy a share, you're given a written certificate, but that has since been fully migrated by the Central Depository Authority so that it is an online system. That means at any given time, you can virtually see the shares that you're holding for whatever company. Now, shares for me are easy to trade in because I have an interest. So I tend to trade shares on my own. And one of the rules I use to determine purchasing decision is one, I look at companies that I use. I ask myself, electricity daily, mobile daily, bank monthly. These are shares that I'll be interested in purchasing because I know I am going to be a long-term customer. Even for me, it indicates a vote of confidence. Two, companies who have good governance structure. Of course, how do you know that? You're not in the everyday, but do some diligence and read up on the companies. Do some diligence Most companies on the stock market, because they are publicly listed, are required to avail their information, see who the leadership is, see what their accounts are and how they are doing. Thirdly, a company that deals in integral items, or a company that is working towards being integral. That becomes key also because then they are not likely to make decisions that will compromise the company and result in the company coming down in the share value. So those are just some thoughts around it, both as an individual who would want to trade on their own and as someone who does not understand and want to be supported. It becomes key to make a planned share purchase decision. Most companies will give a dividend, but the dividend is given when their accounts or their books are closed and an individual or a company is listed as a stock shareholder. So also ensuring if you're in it for the dividend, that you, as the books close per annum, you're within the shareholding records of that company. Also asking yourself simple questions which are normally listed, for instance, in Kenya on the daily newspapers or on the website of the Nairobi Stock Exchange. What's the price earning ratio of this company? What has been the price trajectory of this company? And that enables you to see objectively it is a wise place to purchase. The stock market is so accessible, especially because it's still young in the African continent. For instance, to be able to purchase shares of any company, you just need a minimum of 100 shares. So if the current share value, say, of Safaricom is 20 shillings, for you to purchase 100 shares of Safaricom, you need 2,000 shillings. Certain companies have a cap on how much can be purchased, while others are open. So you can take time and build position in a company if it interests. I welcome you to take this journey seriously. If shares is the avenue you want to use to do your investment, then begin to just do your research and build your knowledge so that you can do it well. Thank you for listening. It's been great. See you next time. Ciao.